Let's finish this. I'm so ready to be done with this game because we are so close. Having been sent by King Carnelian to see why Erduin's lantern is falling, our heroes head southward to the Emerald Coast, where they see the Great Star floating sinisterly over Gallipolis. As the friends weigh up their options, the seer appears and explains they must ride to Tatia to see the Watchers on their island in the sky. There they learn of the Luminary's true purpose, to defeat the Dark One, Cosmos. They also learn that Cetacea holds the key to puncturing the protective barrier surrounding Cosmos. Are granted visions of Erduin's tragic end and the sorrowful conclusion of the great sage Serenica's tale. With the truth now laid bare, the seer also reveals his true identity. He is the small part of the good that remains in the soul of the Luminary's companion and murderer, Morcant. They then take the Wheel of Time that the Watchers give them to the Tower of Lost Time, where they meet with the Timekeeper, who is in truth the sage Serenica. With her guidance, Serena and Veronica play a melody which, with the power of the Sword of Light, causes the great whale Cetacea to take on a triumphant new form. Ready to do battle with Cosmos at last, they climb aboard their impressively attired companion. Yo, Disillusion, what's up? I think we're gonna do one attempt at the final Wheel of Harma, just to let people get here before the final battle starts. So, how is everyone? Debating how I want to gear my party. Yeah, like I said, I could just fly into the final boss whenever, but I think just to give people a chance to get here, we're gonna try the wheel. Playing Pokemon while you watch. Nice. What Hendrick? I'm just gonna guess on these. Let's do him and him. And then we'll have the last one. Okay. So this is pretty difficult if you've never seen the final wheel. Deciding what I'm gonna do for a weapon. Hendrick's unwavering charisma? Nah, it doesn't work that easily. Fire! So the idea is you don't want to have the enemies drop below, I think, 3?
Pink tornado!
Otherwise, I think she spawns in more troops. We're taking on the final boss shortly. I just really wanted to let people get in. Everyone's 99. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some stuff today. I think this will probably be the best starting move. From what I heard, apparently it's if there's 3, she won't spawn. This fight is a fucking jerk though. But whenever this attempt is done, we're gonna take on the final boss. Cause I really just want to let people get in here. So I think it makes more sense. Maybe it is more, maybe it's dependent on the fight, I don't know. I read a guide after I did it once that said, like, hey, be careful. Let's try Quad Slash. Fuck it, let's do it. Dude, that was a mistake. I might not be able to do this now. I was expecting that to hit the one enemy that it didn't. Oh, there is a special cutscene. What do I have to do? Try this one more time. So yeah, what's the plan?
Victory will be ours.
Say no when they ask you want to go to bed. All right, I'll do that. God, Pink Tornado is such a good ability. I want to see if I can get the good greatsword is the reason I wanted to do this. I'll even try the super secret fight after this. That's not what I wanted to do. Whoops! It's not a big deal. It might actually be better this way. The plan is basically just get rid of the Abyssal Octobot right now. It might take a bit, though. Why do the fuck do stands exist? Because they're cool? You want the real answer? Aliens. Stands are alien. Actually, aliens. There is a meteor where they get like alien DNA. It's a real thing. It's a real thing they mentioned. I think it's part 5. How's everyone doing today, though? She's not summoning anyone, which means fuck this room. It's part 5.
Watch out.
Oh, yeah, no, I love that stands exist because of Jesus in part 7 and 8. The first JoJo. Jesus.
Time to duck and dive.
Okay. And now for Eric, what are his best boomerang? I have to play this like very smart. Yeah, let's do Toomerang.
Blast off.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Alright, this should be dumb. I hope it works. Oh, the amount of enemies won't matter that you call in. Because...
The big one. Hiya!
Oh, fuck. That didn't work. gosh. I don't have anything that hits both enemies. Ah, shoot. I just fucked up really bad. That's the one I want, Scepter of Time. I didn't know I want Cane Compassion +3. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're basically just doing this just to let people come in for the final boss. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this, because I realize I fucked up. Fuck it! It's not gonna work.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I can win this now. You have to be very careful with your moves. Actually, I might have just enough magic. I think it's gonna be really close. Hold on. Let's try Kaboomal and see if that works. How many was that?
Thank goodness.
Well, whatever. Better than my last. You get the idea. The idea of that is to kill them as fast as possible. And while we're here... let's try the... You know what? No, let's not do the secret trial. That one's a little annoying to do right now. Let's actually just go fight the final boss. Everyone is healed, looks like. We're gonna go fight the final boss. It shouldn't take long. I think what I'm gonna want... Have that. I think this is gonna be the final party to start. Looking for my really good dagger. There we go. See, I could do that one, or I could do this one. I'm making sure everyone is about as geared up as I can get them to be. I think this might be the best bet for him. Got this new outfit too. It's pretty good, I like it. That should be good. Onwards! Do this, let's finish this game. Oh, you mean the sassy lost child? Man, you really haven't been here for a lot of the game then, Delta. That's Veronica. She's like actually 30, but she got turned into a child. I mean, I joke that she's 30, but she's not actually. She's more like 20 and got turned into like a 10-year-old. We just joke that she's a sassy lost child around here.
Have come, ink dragon spawn.
She's adorable. I love how there's no spaces in anything he says. Hi, Cell.
The evil radiating from him, it's almost unbearable.
Ink dragon begat Yggdrasil. I shall destroy the world tree. The void shall consume you all.
It's like Cell if you gave him a really adorable face.
May seem pure folly, but we cannot flinch or falter. We are our world's last and only hope.
Yeah, Delta, you are, like I said, you really missed out on, like, everything if you don't even know about the whale. That whale, you know, it's the Smash Whale, as I call it.
Can we really do this?
Oh, honey, you better believe we can. Come on. We've waited our whole lives for this moment.
We'll win, all right. He won't know what hit him.
Well, laddie, this is it. It's time to do what you were born to do. Ready?
And they don't even let me say no one last time? Man.
The final showdown. Let's do this.
I'm gonna try each super boss once, since apparently I think there's 2 of them is what I was told, so we'll try them each once, and then we'll move on to bigger and better stuff. But first, God, he looks really cool.
Come, children of light, give yourselves to darkness.
Yeah. I want to also do, before the game is actually, like, properly done, I really want to get, like, a video of all the peps, just so we can see the ones we didn't do. I'll find that on YouTube real quick. Not now, but, you know. It is a little weird, though, that there isn't a dungeon here. But it's whatever. I kind of love the detail on him. They made him really detailed, but without having it be super annoying like Cell, where they put spots everywhere. Should have kept up outside of battle.
You want some? Need a little.
Fucking destroy this boss. I like the way he, like, flies around and that he's, like, too big for you. Oh, it's Knuckles. I don't want to hurt them.
Are you alright?
Our best bet here is gonna be if we Quadra Slash. There's a lot of shit we can hit. Seems like each claw gets a turn, and then each tackle gets a turn. Oh fuck, that's bad.
Here you are.
I'm gonna need to get him up, like, immediately.
Witness
Please don't hit Eric. Oh, oh, that's lucky. Okay. I gotta oomful him again.
Ha! Ha! Catch me if you can.
I kind of fucked up, is the only reason why I didn't kill any of them.
accept your fate.
Fucking dead man in a second, once Eric's done with you.
Are you alright?
Also, I like that he put us to sleep and then we immediately woke up. One last time! We're calling the boys. Summon the boys! The boys! I don't even know how they got here. And now, you die. Actually lived. You aren't supposed to live from that.
Darklings.
I mean, the boys at 3 AM playing Hyrule Warriors. I like that he has battle damage. That's really cool, because no other fight in the game is like this, as far as I remember. You do an Omni heal. I gotta do this again. Boomerang is such a good ability. Especially for a fight like this. Oh, that only hits one enemy in this game. Oop, oop. That was bad. I thought Kazap hit everything like it does in the other games. Or at least... I need to color Addle.
I hope this helps.
The Zap spell hits groups. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's my fault then. Please do not hurt my healer. I need them. This is a little weird, the noises they all make together. Marina, I'm gonna replace Bab. I'm gonna put Jade in the party as well. At least for now, I want to do this.
Need a little.
I want to try and get like everyone in if I can. Ooh, I think it's better if I just accelerate. Like, I really like the animations for this boss.
Leave it to me.
Whew. Okay. It feels good to be healed fully.
I've got a surprise.
Luckily, you can defeat any evil being with love. That's the power of love. I love how much HP he has, considering that we haven't even, like, you know, He hasn't even got to yellow yet. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. That's fine. That's not fine! I hope I don't lose my turn.
Without me, eh?
Okay, I did. I'm trying to think what would be a good way to do this. Yeah, you know what? Having extra HP from the rain is gonna be nice. I think that claw's almost dead, which I hope the claws don't respawn, but they probably do, because you know how those final bosses are. That's what you look like. Oh, he's a tank, I love it. This is fine. That's not fine. That's fine. I really like this final boss. This is way more interesting, I would say, than the fake final boss from earlier. And I'm basically done with using Veronica here.
The big one. Hiya!
The storms return.
Okay.
Silvano takes the stage.
I like that we got to use everyone. Our dragon isn't a bad fight, it's just, I think this is better. I'd like Hendrik to get, like, an attack in. So, I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna block. I really just want Hendrik to get an attack off, so everyone contributes at all. I don't need help. I don't think the boss is tanky at all. I mean, it's a final boss. He's supposed to have a lot of health. Darkness isn't really... Let's just do Raid as Rain again. Hendrik, how the fuck have you not gotten a turn? There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, no, the boys are awesome. I kind of love that we got to summon them for this fight. What? I mean, that's fine. This is the person we literally just oomfled, so... You could not have picked a better person to do that to. Can we finish the boss with the boys? Right now, I'm gonna say no. So, this might be a problem. Uh-oh. So, this is really bad. Because I don't think I could attack with them. I need to get a turn. Uh-oh. This is really bad.
Here you go, laddie.
I need to kill those Darklings, like, right now. I'm glad they incorporate the Darklings, though, into the boss fight. That's really cool. Yes. What final boss would it be without having a really stupid attack? Every final boss in an RPG has to have a dumb attack.
Flower power.
I hope that doesn't kill me. I have to stay fully healed for it. Come on. Got him!
And stay down.
Woo! That was a really good fight. Holy shit, he really was Cell.
Bested by mere humans. Twice.
Oh, he could drop the fireball on itself. I was trying to break them both at the same time with AoEs, but this worked out. This is fine. Now, he probably would have killed himself with the fireball, too. Honestly, even at, like, level 99, that was a pretty decently challenging fight.
Cannot be erased, for without it, light cannot exist. My body may die, but my spirit shall live on. I shall endure. Light, foul light, hideous. Why do you burn so bright?
I have 2 swords of light. What do you expect? You don't need them. Who needs to use the Sword of Light? You don't think I didn't know about that? I fucking played Dragon Quest. You thought I would just, you know, forget about it? You really thought after playing Dragon Quest 3 I wouldn't know to use the MacGuffin on the final boss? Or in Dragon Quest 8 when you gotta use the MacGuffin on the final boss because we just streamed that? You really thought I forgot? No, I wanted to see if you could do it like this. I actually knew because they do this in like every Dragon Quest. It was a more interesting boss fight that way. Beating without the light? Well, I didn't know you could. I wanted to try it. I planned on doing this like twice.
It's over. It's really over this time. The last great evil is gone. Our world is safe at last.
What began with Erdwin and his companions so long ago finishes here today, with us. What are you looking so serious for? We should be celebrating. I get it. You're thinking of her, aren't you? You want to go and help her. Well, what are we waiting for?
Let's go help her. You get to play this. That would be kind of neat if you actually get to go there. Then I have to climb that whole tower again. And, you know, maybe you can just warp me there. That's fine. The game is basically over. Yeah, okay, good. I didn't want to climb that. This tower, for having nothing in it, is very slow.
You have come again, wanderers. And you have succeeded in your quest. Shadows no longer hang heavy over the land. Evil has been banished from Erdrea.
What I would like, I don't know if this exists, but this would be cool for New Game Plus if there was. Keep all costumes, so I could just use them.
But if this is so, why have you returned? What brings you here now, when all is as it should be at last?
Not everything is as it should be. There's, like, one thing we gotta do. Yeah, I saw you could do that, but you have to do that to even, like, do the 2D segments, which is why we didn't end up doing that, because it's like, oh, you have to actually, like, play the game chapter from the beginning. I didn't like that. But I think as a stream it works better for 3D mode anyway, mostly. Welcome home, Serenica.
Art thou?
I actually can't really tell which of the swords I gave her. I think I gave her the regular sword.
Thou wouldst have me return there?
Here you go, Serenica. Yeah, we beat the final boss.
Thank you, Luminary. I hope she finds him.
She just disappeared. Why can't I shake the feeling this has all happened before?
I don't know, Eric. That's a good question. That was a really cool boss fight, though. I like it. Oh, I was gonna put this outfit on anyway, so that works out. That's really cool. Morning, my little treasure. I was worried you were going to spend the whole day in bed. Another wonderful sunny day, so you should be out there enjoying it. You're the one who brought the light back, after all. What's that? Housemate is missing. What are you talking about, you silly sausage? Still half asleep. Pal Sylvando headed back home for a visit after he defeated that awful Dark Lord. But he lives with me now! Can't believe this. I know you must miss him awfully, but just think about how happy you'll be when you see him again. Now, young man, rub the sleep out of your eyes and greet the new day. And while you're at it, say hello to all our friends and neighbors, too. A little politeness goes a long way. Peace has returned. Why not take a look around? It feels brighter than normal. I heard that the creature that was sealed away in Erdwin's lantern was huge. I mean, huge. So, does this place automatically get rebuilt if you don't rebuild it? I don't know how you'd actually fight something that size, but it seems you managed it. I take my hat off to you. Yo, Lazy, what's up? We just beat the final boss. Saying goodbye to everyone. Hey, Trunks, there are two girls wearing funny clothes waiting for your entrance to the village. I wonder... Can't believe how many friends you've got. You're amazing. Well, you know, had a lot of friends along the journey, kid. Were nice enough to stick around for, like, all 130 plus hours of this stream, it feels like. That's my guess. I don't know what it actually is, but, you know, I guess now's a good time to say, hey, thank you for sticking around, even if it was only for one stream, if you lurked. You know, you're here just for the last stream, whatever. I really appreciate it. This is a long game, so... not an easy project to do. Welcome to Cobblestone, home of Airdria's savior and all-around living legend. The one, the only, Trunks. What's that? What do I think I'm doing? Practicing. This will be flooded with tourists before long, I'm sure of it. I mean, how many villagers can say that they're... Villages can say they're home to the savior of the entire world? Not many. Good times are on the way. Once the sightseers start coming, making money hand over fist. I knew back in Octagonia that you was no normal fighter, but I never thought you'd end up saving the old bloomin' world. Truth be told, I was a bit gutted when you beat us. I ain't no shame in losing to the greatest victor in history, is there? No, it was an honor taking a walloping from you. You're a seriously impressive person. You show off the supremacy of you deserve a great big sloppy use of the cheat. Nah, I'm good. You don't need to do that. What's the matter? You could have scared. Well, no uses for a sanity test. I really find it weird the abominable snowman enemy wasn't in this game at all. They're really good. And they would have fit really well in Sniffleheim. It's one of the weird choices with the enemies that they didn't do for some reason. It's a lovely day. What a better way to spend it than saddling up one of our fine horses and going for a ride. Now that there's no monsters, you gallop about to your heart's content. Oh, but I like the monsters. That means no slimes. Unless you're saying slimes aren't monsters, in which case... He's absolutely right. They aren't. They're friends. This is Gemma. I heard that your pal Sylvando had to head back home for a while. Well, I for one can't wait till he gets back to Cobblestone. I'm a huge fan of his fire-eating, tightrope walking ways. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he said flesh-eating for a moment, and I was really weirded out. And I was like, wait, what? Eric left. I was gonna... Oh, no. Wait, there he is. You swore. I got a letter from your mucker Eric. Mention you and all. I bet you'll be wanting to hear what he had to say, eh? Thought so, right? Let old, Derek, read it for you. Right, here goes. Say hi to Trunks for me. I hope he's doing good. You know, meeting him really changed my life. We had some, crazy times together. The prophecy came true. We set off on an adventure, and, in the end... end up saving the world. Who'd have thought it? Guess it really was our destiny. What a ride. I treasure every memory of it, you know. Don't tell Trunks that, will you? He'll think I'm going soft in my old age. Anyway, catch you later, Eric, your old partner. Whoops! Yeah, I shouldn't have read it. Yeah, after all. I forgot that last bit. Oh well. Eric will forgive me, I'm sure. He always did have a big heart. Yeah, I mean, you could just not tell him that you said that. He's never gonna know. The monsters are still there, it's just the violent ones who attacked humans went into hiding. I can believe that. I just got back from climbing the tower. It's the first time I've been up there since all the trouble, and it's all beautiful as ever. You see Yggdrasil so clearly off in the distance. Amazing to think that the World Tree's always been watching over us all. One of my little ones just had a bouncing baby boy of their own! As long as Yggdrasil is there, life will go on. When one leaf drops from the World Tree's branches, another springs up to take its place. And yes, one day, it will be our turn to fall from the bough. But until then, let's enjoy every moment. Do you remember the first time you set off on your adventures? I was so worried. I stayed up all night making you a charm to keep you safe. Feels like ages ago now, doesn't it? I think you ended up saving the world. Thought you were off to Heliodor. But even though you're a big hero now, to me, you'll always be Trunks. Wherever you go, I'll always be waiting for you here in Cobblestone. What does the dog have to say? Good doggy. Hit it, Trunks. Big bad boss and got rid of all the monsters. Think. Hero who saved the world grew up in a little old cobblestone. Now, I can't take any credit for that, but I can't help being really proud. Turns out you're a prince from a far-off kingdom. I always thought you looked a bit classy for Cobblestone. Can't help but wonder what you're going to do with the rest of your life. The world's your oyster after all, but just remember, you always have a home right here in Cobblestone. Where you grew up, you'll always be one of us, and we'll always be happy to see you. I'll always be happy to see you too. Boy, Trunks, there's a couple of girls waiting for you by the entrance at the top of the village, you know. I ain't gonna let you get wandering off and leaving them. There's such a thing as chivalry, you know. A bloke don't leave a lady waiting, let alone two of them. Well, I hate to tell you, but we know absolutely nothing of chivalry, because that's really more of a Sylvando skill. Like, only Sylvando knows about that. I guess it's chivalry is how it's actually pronounced. Man, remember Chivalry, the game? That was a good game, and then they kind of fucked up. Oh, and then it became really bad. They don't exist anymore, I think. Shame. I could talk to Yorman still? We'll go talk to Yorman. Yorman Nereidus, that's his full name. Might know him from that game, Eat Standing. It's a skill Vondo, that's correct. I like how no one ever really asked why I had two swords of light. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Hello. Yor! Seems to be singing a cheerful song of some description. Nice. So musically talented. The whole town could hear it. Friendly enemy. I really feel like he should be in the Snarefelt as well, though. Alright, let's leave the village. Oh yeah, no, I've had thoughts like that, Alf, where you just, like, think something and you're like, whoa, that's not real? Ah, the man of the moment, those two adorable young ladies over there want to see you. They've come a fair old way.
Look who it is.
Shame Veronica never got back to her, you know, original age, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much at the end of the day.
It's so nice
I guess
to see you again.
it's not life-threatening, she'll just get to be a kid again.
It feels like an age now since we defeated the Dark One, doesn't it? Now, let's get down to business, shall we? We've been worried that your life might be lacking purpose now things have quietened down. Do you remember the vision we saw some time ago? The one where Serenica and the Watchers sent Kalasmos up to his prison in the sky? Well, afterwards, Serenica took the Sword of Light back to its rightful resting place in the heart of Yggdrasil, didn't she?
I don't know, I feel like it would have been nice just for the very end of the game if she got her stuff back.
We were thinking, what with the sword being such a symbol of Erdria's newfound peace and everything, we should do as Serenica did. We should return it to the World Tree for safekeeping.
Which one? I mean, like, I get to keep one of them, right? Right?
We know how attached to it you are, but we couldn't help thinking it would be safer with Yggdrasil. And besides, we wouldn't want you losing it, would we?
I like the idea that I just give them one of them. I'm like, yeah, here you go, kid. And then they have no idea.
So what do you say? Shall we take the Sword of Light back to where it belongs?
This is gonna be the final no, I guess. No.
Don't be like that. We can't have the most important weapon in the world rusting in a cowshed in cobblestone, can we? Come on, I know you must be itching to get back on the road again. Stop being such a spoil sport. So what do you say? Shall we take the Sword of Light back to where it belongs?
Yeah, alright, fine.
That's the spirit. Right, we're ready when you are, so just let us know when you want to set off. I'm sure we won't be gone for too long, but it's quite a way to Yggdrasil and back. Why don't you go and say your goodbyes, and we'll wait here.
We kind of already did. I'm sure we won't be gone for long, but it's quite a way to Yggdrasil and back. Why don't you go and say your goodbyes and we'll wait here? Are you ready? Yeah. Right. Looks like you've said all your goodbyes, so let's get going. It's time to take the Sword of Light back to its rightful resting place. Oh, too late. Yeah, not a big deal. Hell, this is pre-rendered because I'm not wearing the outfit. Really, none of us are. I'm only doing this because I have an extra copy of the sword for safekeeping. You're getting the weaker one. Look, can you imagine me, like, giving up the better sword and then it falls into the wrong hands? I mean, it could easily do that anyway, no matter what, but, like, it's on me. It's, you know, it's harder to lose. I like that you get to walk up one last time. Good place to get your thoughts. Can't climb up there. I kind of wish everyone could be here for this, but it's whatever.
Coming here brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? It's such a special place. At first there was nothing. Then came the light. That's how the books of legend begin. The world was a cold, desolate wasteland. And then light dawned. It was the gift of the World Tree. And it gave birth to Erdria, our beautiful home. This is where it all began. This is the source from which the river of life flows. I think it's time, don't you? Time to return the Sword of Light to its rightful resting place.
Nice, they got the weaker one. Alright. We scammed the Yggdrasil tree. We're good. We got the better deal out of it. Oh. Who are you?
So you have come at last. Welcome, children of the light. I am the being your kind once called the Ig-Dragon. Yggdrasil and I are one and the same. Long, long ago, I did battle with Kalasmos. I was defeated. My radiance was extinguished. I had been the source of all light. Without me, the world grew dim. Until finally, darkness reigned entirely. But that was not the end. The Watchers, my erstwhile comrades in arms, came to my aid.
That's what the toggles were?
Time that had been torn from me was set in motion once again.
That's really nice. I like that. Wasn't really much of a whole way to ever see that up until now, but hey, that's cool.
I shed my old form and took on a new one. That of Yggdrasil. And I set about creating this world. How long have I waited for true heroes to appear and bring this story to an end? I could not defeat Kalasmos, nor could Erdwin before you. No, it fell to you to vanquish him once and for all. Luminary, you are the one, the savior of Erdrea. I hereby confer upon you the title of Erdrick, mightiest of heroes.
Oh.
Know this, Erdrick. There can be no day without night. One day, the darkness will surely rise again. None can say when, nor what form it might take. Perhaps I myself may even succumb to the night. But one thing we can know for certain. These things will never die. Love and courage. Even should the worst come to pass, and darkness consume my soul, a hero will surely arise to take the sword in hand once more.
Thanks, Trunks. I guess you really were the real Dragon Quest XI, Echo of an Elusive
And
Age.
echoes of that hero's valor shall ring through the ages.
Oh shit, I was joking. I didn't think that'd actually do it. Wait, this is a prequel to Dragon Quest 1? What? So we really are the Erdrick from 3, right? Was that? What? Yo, hold up. I gotta process that. So I already kind of gave my thoughts on the game, but I'll give them again. Feel free to ask me anything. Honestly, the ending, I would almost say kind of sucks because we don't really get to see the rest of the characters, like Jade and Rab and stuff, or maybe I missed them. I don't know. Or Hendrik. Maybe afterwards we could see them. This was a really good game. I think this has quickly become one of my favorite RPGs, and I think I said that with 8, but this is better than 8. This has a very good cast. We get to see all the games leading up to this. I'm very excited for 12. I hope we get a 9 remake. I hope we get some form of 10. Who's Beskar and why is it Jade? That's the correct answer. What a cool ending though. The actual like ending, because I wasn't expecting that. The Colosmos fight was very good. It pushed me even at 99, which means it's a really good boss fight, and that's because I didn't use the Sword of Light on it, because like playing other Dragon Quest games, I knew about the MacGuffin. So instead of using it, I was like, alright, let's fuck around and just not do this once. And then I beat it, so I was like, oh, we weren't supposed to do that. This has an amazing cast. Everyone gets a great amount of moments. Every story has conclusion. Dragon Quest is great at doing small stories. I love it. The skill system is amazing in this game. The world is amazing. The quests are pretty good. I would say maybe the quests are the weakest part of this game, honestly. Like, does anyone else feel the same? This is the best Chrono Trigger sequel. I'm gonna sell this game to people as, if you really liked Chrono Trigger and you wanted a sequel that isn't Chrono Cross, because that game, it definitely has its problems. I'm willing to admit that. Without saying the big spoilers, I would just say, if in terms of gameplay, this is the Chrono Trigger sequel that you always wanted. It's got the dual techs. It's got, Toriyama designs and stuff. It's really good. It even did a lot of really things I wasn't expecting, like the World of Darkness. It did that really well. Did it better than Final Fantasy VI. I like the little arcs they added for each character. I like all the different weapons, and all the skills were mostly good. There was a couple skills where I was like, these are kind of worthless. Why is there a whale? Play the game. I really want to see them do like a full trilogy with this game. They'll have like 11, 12, 13. They'll definitely do 12. Dragon Quest is so popular, they would be stupid not to. The music is really good as usual. I'm glad it isn't the MIDI music that was in the Switch version. I really like seeing all the different games. Revisiting all the old games is really cool. It gives people a preview. If you liked this playthrough, please check out the demo. It is, as I've been saying constantly, 10 hours, and your progress does carry over, and you even get a spirit in Smash Bros, so you got nothing to lose. Like, really, a lot of this game was really solid. Like, I'm trying to think what would maybe be the worst part of the game. If you ask me, I think I would probably say the worst part of the game was the 2 gold guys. The gold guys kinda sucked. I mean, we fought them, but oh my god, the fact that you had to kill them with 2 limits that missed, bad. That was awful. Worst part of the game. And it unlocked something really good, which kind of made it worth it, but it was like, oh, this kind of isn't worth it for what you have to do. But this game is beautiful, great writing, great enemy design, great everything. I would say this is a 10 out of 10. But I can't in good faith give this game Game of the Year because it's technically a re-release. So I would say this is a good like retro Game of the Year. If that makes sense, it's like, it didn't really technically come out this year. It's a really good game, and I would still put this there. But it's not good enough in terms of, like, when it came out to be considered a true Game of the Year. Like, I would say, like, Resident Evil 2 is a good example of a game of the year, because that actually came out this year as like a new game, because it was a remake rather than this was, which is more like a port that's enhanced. The villains were better in this game, I would say. I was saying earlier I wasn't really too sure about it, but I think he's kind of better than Dual Magus. But definitely top RPG of all time for me. It's definitely up there. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's really up there. It's like top 3 at least, and I would have to think about the other 2. I really enjoy Final Fantasy VI, and this game did a lot of things better than Final Fantasy VI. We're not gonna stream 5, 6, or 7. I'm gonna do those on my own. We will eventually do Rocket Slime. It's not an RPG. It's just chill, relaxing. I don't know when that'll be. I look forward to doing, though, Pokemon soon. I haven't even got the game yet. I said I would like to beat it before Pokemon, and I did. I beat 8 right before 11, and I beat this right before Pokemon, so I've been, like, perfect on my predictions. Rocket Slime relaxing? I mean, yeah, it's a spin-off game. It's not a 130-hour-plus game. I mean, you clearly are missing what I'm getting at, Adun. It's a very different experience. Comparing a 130-hour-plus RPG to a spin-off game, it is a fucking cakewalk. Oh, the Sentinels are cool. Everything kind of got conclusion. Like, when you messed things up, you still got to see outcomes, and I like that a lot. Hey, it's that game we never got. So, yeah, like I said, really just ask me anything, whatever it is about Dragon Quest, I will, give you. We're gonna try the Super Boss once. If I gotta do a lot of work to get one of them unlocked, I'm just gonna say, screw it, we'll just go to Death Road. But I think one of them should be unlocked immediately. It's fine if there's no questions about anything. I like asking to see what people want to know that I haven't said. They got to be reunited. That's really nice. Not following these streams is all the more reason to just play the game yourself. There are people who told me they were intentionally avoiding these streams, and I said, you don't have to apologize, I encourage it. For a long RPG like this. What do you think they should do in 12? If you want my honest opinion, they should have a skill system and somehow find a way to incorporate the job system, because it has been forever since Square Enix has tackled a job system game that's turn-based. That's all I'm asking for. Please bring that back. I would love that if they did that. Because the skill system in this game is incredible. I bet you they can make it work. But that would probably result in having less overall party members, and I think that's fine. What? Who are you? The Jade?
Cooey. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. morning, my darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day.
What? Was that like the stinger for Dragon Quest XII? What was that? I guess we won't know. I guess they leave that open-ended. I'm gonna say that's probably a teaser for 12. That's my guess. I could see that being the start of 3 because of the hair. So yeah, let's, tell me how to do it so we can speed things up. At this point, the game's over. I guess this is just gonna say the same thing. Rest of the game is Tockleton. So, can I ever get into the red Tockle area, or was that like a thing from the 3DS version? Because I thought there was gonna be like a super boss there or something. Because I heard apparently in Japan that place is in 3D in the 3DS version. Which is kind of neat. Oh! I need the thing for Dragon Quest I. Where do I go to get that now? Because he said once I beat the game I can get it. Tick-tock, tick-tock. You'll never guess what I got. I was strolling around the village when I clocked the prettiest thing just lying on the ground. Here, why don't you take it off my hand? I have a feeling it might be very useful to you when the time is right. Spectrum Nectar. Oh! There we go. Take the Princess Waylon in Tantagel Castle. Thanks? So I hope everyone enjoyed the final boss. That was a really interesting way to do that. And imagine trying to LP this game and you like trick people that this LP is ending like 3 different times. Oh yeah, it's ending. That's the credits. Oh yeah, it's ending. That's the credits. Just kidding, there's still more game. Lo, thou hast brought the precious nectar I seek, hast thou not? Prithee, hand it over to me without delay. My beloved father hath suffered in silence for too long already. Yea, and verily, my eternal gratitude is thine. Now to hand it to him, that he might speak once more at last. La 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 la. It's a miracle, I am cured, I can speak once more. Father, thy voice boometh forth, loud and true. Waylon, apple of mine eye, how it paineth me to have put you through the trying time. But hark, my voice hath returned to me, and I dare say it doth resonate more mightily than e'er it did before. Noble stranger, truly, thou hast performed a great service unto this land. How can we ever hope to repay thee? But of course, now that I am in command of my voice once more, what better way to celebrate than to grant them the inestimable honor of reveling in my magnificent baritone. Yo, alright, so serious question here. I know this is the past, but is it actually, wouldn't it actually be the future, technically? Is what I've just been, like, I've kind of just figured out, right? Because apparently Dragon Quest I is the sequel, I guess? Which means, well, I guess 3, 1, 2. So I guess all of Erdrick's gear came from us. Which is weird to think of. So this game hasn't even happened yet. I don't even know how we're here, other than traveling to the future. You think you're traveling to the past. In reality, you're traveling to the future, which is for some reason pixely. Lo, ne'er have I sung with such conviction, and it is just as well. For once, the Dragon Lord is defeated. The hero agrees to take my crown. I intend to regale him with this very giddy at his coronation. Noble stranger, truly thou were sent unto us by a higher power. Prithee accept this small token of our eternal gratitude. My father's voice has returned, and with it, his ability to discuss a matter of the utmost importance with the hero of our land. Verily, words fail me. Thank you, thank you, oh, thank you. Is this even worth getting at this point in the game, the Pallium? I kind of like that there's no real answer if this is actually the past or whatever. Oh. How long is this gonna take? Because, like, if it's gonna take a super long time, I might just say... I don't know if I want to really... this. You have come, quail, before Lord Dragon, granted unimaginable power by the mighty Dragon Lord. Was I who did defile the first tome. Was I, Wormalroth, who did desecrate the second of those deplorable volumes. My power was the gift of the malign master of malevolence, Malroth. Oh, I see. It will not surprise you to learn that the third of those accursed tomes was corrupted by my hand. I am Zo Maiden, a vessel into which the fearlessly evil Zoma has poured in powers. That's kind of cool. Instead of the Dragon Lord, it is the Lord Dragon. That's nice. Eagerly awaited the arrival of one such as they. You see, we have an offer for you. Come, take that rightful place at our side. Do so, and we will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. Very well. In truth, we are not quite able to offer that much, but we would like to. Alas, your mere avatar is brought into being by our master and tasked with despoiling the pages of history and laying waste to any so-called heroes who would stand in our way. Power we have bestowed upon us for one purpose and one purpose alone, ensuring that your end is a swift and painful one. Trunks, you are courageous indeed to attempt to thwart the will of the almighty evil we serve. You'll pay a hefty price for your boldness. Indeed, your reward will be to die in the most exquisite agony. Come! Welcome your fate. Count yourself blessed that the last thing you feel will be our deadly embrace. I'm gonna give these a shot, but if at any point they game over, we're done. Actually, I will do that. I'm gonna say let's take out the Zo Maiden first. Eric. She's made of metal, I don't think Forget about Kabuff. Ow, these guys hit hard. Three names in Japanese are Dragon Lord alike and Zoma's Lady. Kaido Dragon. I'm surprised they didn't just put, like, all the final bosses of each game in here. I think that would have been maybe been a better choice. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Actually, I think I'm actually gonna focus fire. Oh, I'm trapped in the cage! Ooh. I don't think I can even, like, do what I want to do here, so I'm gonna change Falcon Blades. The Falcon Blades are disgusting on Eric. Thinking about what I want to do. It's probably a better idea if I try not do like an Omni heal just in case. Eric's turn. Yo, does Critical Claim work with Divide? It would. Buzz. Oh. You've been very naughty. Let's do a regular attack on the Zomaiden. I'd really like to get Trunks back. Uh-oh. Did that just full heal? Ugh, I gotta get rid of that Zomaiden. What I don't like about 2D is that because it's 2D, this happens. Actually. The order of turns is really weird because it's random. Instead of like, oh, this person's turn, now do this action. It's kind of just a thing of the old games. Okay. Might be a good idea if we do Scorched Earth. And we attack the Lord Dragon. Sylvando, honey, I'm gonna need you to do a Lord Dragon murder. I just need her to keep healing, basically. This is how we're gonna have to do this, I think. Erica's really fucking good for nuking thanks to Divide. Yeah, no, he really is. Yeah, I would love to see the boys in this mode. I'm hoping one of them likes to die. That would be great. Fun fact about the final boss of Dragon Quest I in the Famicom version, it wasn't the Dragon Lord's true form, but his pet. They liked what the NES changed about it, though, so they legit retconned it. That's cool, I never knew that. I like that. That's a really neat little trivia fact. I guess I'm kind of glad that Eric got to do his attack on this enemy. What do I even want to do? Fuck it, I've never done this one, let's do it. Wow, that guy had like no health. I probably should have went for him first. Rainbow drop. Is that like a seed for everyone? Ugh. How dare you? It's not over, not by a long chalk. Nice. Like I said, if we die, we're just gonna be done. At this point, everything is super optional, so as nice as it is, I would like to do some Death Road today. But for now, I'm cool with doing as much as we can of this. Oh yes, that is an item from that game. Forgot about it. It's been a while since I played 3, but that was totally an item in that game too. You need it at like the very end of the game, I'm pretty sure. I like like the Serenica sprite. It looks pretty good. Most of the sprites look really nice. So, I'm not gonna really know what these enemies are coming up because I only really ever played 4. I know which one the 4 one is. Sauroid! Ooh. Fall to your knees, fool. I am Sauroid, possessor of a boundless power granted to me by my master Sorrow, the Manslayer! It was I who defaced the 4th book. Inclops. And it was I, Ninclops, who so bravely vandalized the 5th. I serve Grandmaster Imzo, the mighty, and most maleficent master of wickedness. Or to Mammoth. As for the 6th of those tedious tales, the so-called heroes of time past, none other than I, Morta Mammoth, born of the might of Mortimer, brought untold damage upon it. We have witnessed all of that you have done in your attempts to restore the past, that we have gone to such a great length to desecrate it. Your efforts were not trifling, and none can deny your courage and resolve. However, you must know that they all fought for naught. Quite so. And we will teach you just how insignificant you really are. We serve the ultimate evil, and it is this evil that will rewrite history in the blood of its victims, beginning with yours. We do not pretend to fully understand the will of our master, but we know that any who stand in his way will be destroyed. Rawr, come! It's time for your miserable and skiven life to be brought to an end. So these all look like powerhouses, but... have anything? Guess let's start with a Scorched Earth. We're gonna go for Sauroid first. You can tell that Sauroid is supposed to be Sorrow if you play Dragon Quest IV. His face kind of looks like Sorrow. It looks like the main eater bug from Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, they hit really fucking hard. Holy shit. No, Serena! Ooh, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually do these. Sauroid is Saurovern. Final boss of 5 is Ildrath. And Muldlops. Final 6 boss is Death Tamor. Third game more. Okay. Fuck. I have to decide really carefully what I'm doing. I'm gonna say Kaboomal. There it is. Yo, Kaboomal looks really cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I gave it a fair effort, but I said we would give it our best bet. So what's the final boss? Like, what's the super bosses, I guess? And, like, what's the next couple of Dragon Quest guys? I guess 7, 8, 9, 10? Windward Castle get destroyed and most of its inhabitants killed. That was added to the American version. Nice. Get me one singular Pringle Delta. Just one. Only one. Surprise me with the flavor. It could be any flavor. Only one. Too much otherwise. I'm like so torn on what to do. Because we're pretty much dead at this point. Our healers are all dead. What do we do? What do we actually do? If anything, I might try and do these on my own. Something. Sure. What is it? Dragonfire. Plunk. I think it's a little too late for that. I'll definitely try these on my own, but what I want to do to finish the game... I don't think I'd even be able to beat the 7, 8, 9, 10 ones, honestly. I have the levels for it, obviously, but... I'll figure it out on my own time, but, at least we took out one of them. I feel good knowing that. You know, I only saved the books that mattered to me, except for 8, which I didn't, you know, play. Like, I didn't get to fight. That is the first game over that we've ever gotten. I bet it's doable. What I want to do, since I said I would give it one fair shot, we're gonna watch something together. I think it'll be fun. I want to see what all the pep attacks are, so let me get that up. Wait, what the fuck? Hold up. What is going on? Everything is like broken. What the fuck? These are like really dated settings. Hold on. I have something labeled YouTube here, and that was not YouTube. Did everything break? What happens? Oh, I think everything broke. Okay, new plan. I got an idea. What we're gonna do... No, why is that still displaying like that? What the fuck? Okay, I got a better idea. Play capture. Okay, we're just gonna do this in full screen. I figured it would be cool to show them off, the ones I didn't do. Who has seen all the pep attacks, out of curiosity?
We of Arboreal swear to protect you. While we live, none shall defeat you.
Also, how does this look? Still hear the game audio? What the fuck is going on with OBS? Hold on. OBS is like having a weird day. There we go. How's that? Is that better? I don't know what's happening with OBS because it showed up fine on my end, but I guess it's working now. You didn't miss any interesting ones. We already saw the ones we did. I love when OBS is working, don't you? Yo! What? Oh, I never got to see this one. This is amazing! I love it. Brownie boost! Oh, brownies are delicious. Rab was always that badass. He's the baddest grandpa you've ever seen. We've seen this one. We're not gonna skip any of them. Like, we really didn't miss anything from the ones that weren't really being shown. Feel free to say if it's your favorite. Any of these, really. It's a shame a lot of the triple techs are just, you know, with the main character instead of like other characters having stuff. But I guess I understand why. The rock one is probably my favorite so far. Ooh, let's see what they get. They'll probably show both of them in the video. Oh, they do. Nice. Falcon Trinity. I used this one, but I only used it in 2D. Damn! That's really cool. Holy shit. Oh, people told me this one was really good, even though I never did it. What the fuck is going on? What? Oh my god, he became a human slingshot. Pretty good. Hallelujah might be one of my favorites. I just like the idea that Eric is so good that he always lands on double XP. Some of these are based on non-multi-tech moves from elsewhere. Ooh. That's cool. The boys. I liked using itemized kill early in the game. It got me some good items. Kind of loses its usefulness though once you get like almost guaranteed steal. Not bad. Yo, I dig that one. That one's really cool. And then this is the skill that I never got to use. A little weird that there's an ability that's only useful for Hendrik if he's using that, but whatever. Oh shit, it's Dragon Ball! This one's pretty neat. Making a cloud horse. I used this one, but I don't think I ever got to see it. I think I did it in 2D. I might have used that one once in 3D. Oh! I never saw this one. Wow. Revamp. I don't see a reason to use Revamp if it just fully gives her everything and you can just use Revamp twice. E-posing. So So let me ask you a serious question, chat, while we're doing this. How come there was no wish to make Veronica older? But you could get the hair for Serena. Isn't that weird? There's no, like, item you can get that just, like, turns her older. I feel like that should have been a thing. Wait, what the? Savanda, where the fuck did you come from? What? Alright, this one's really good. Oh no, Rab! Well, he's old. That makes sense. Can't keep it up for that long, you know? Oh my god, Sylvando! Look at this crazy bastard! I love how fast they can run for this. Look at this! I want to say I used this one once. I like that it cracks the screen. That's pretty neat. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Holy shit, that might be one of the most powerful ones. Interesting. Ultraviolet. Oh. Why did that only hit once though? I feel like that should have hit more because that seems worthless. Wacky sap. Ooh. Holy shit. I never got to use this one, but I heard about it. That one's cool. Two turns for the price of one? Damn. Eric with Divide can be disgusting if he gets 2 for 1. It's Yggdragon! Oh, okay, well, I guess that's everything. Kalasmos instant kill, 2 turns. Well, it's not an instant kill then, but it takes 2 turns. Oh, hey, look, it's Emil's Aquaman video. So that was that. I'm gonna save it one last time. I'm gonna look at that on my own time, but if you want to post it for anyone in the chat, you can. Wacky Sack is really good. And to that, we say goodbye. I will be ready in just a moment. I don't need to go on like full intermission or anything. I'm just gonna change games. But yeah, we're gonna be switching to Death Road to Canada because I didn't really know what else to do, and people seem to like that. Put the controller away, and I'll be good.